Um, we want to do whatever is most comfortable, but the idea is we're interrupting a pattern in the nervous system. So if your nervous system runs high, for example, you feel anxious or worried, stressed a lot of the time, that sort of in a way becomes your baseline. So what we're doing is kind of tapping the brake just for a little bit, just for a little bit here and there. And that sends a signal to your system, to your nervous system, that there is no threat. It's okay. You can slow down. So you will have to repeat this more than once, more than likely, or any of these exercises. But one that can be particularly effective is the VOO sound. So it's a powerful technique. However, it can be stimulating for some people. For most people, it's pretty settling, but for some people, it's stimulating. So I just want to say that up front. And if you find this settling, great, run with it. If you find it stimulating and you don't need that stimulation, then probably this isn't for you. Okay, so the VOO sound is a little bit like we're going to literally make a sound that's a little like a foghorn. And if you don't know what a foghorn sounds like, these are in harbors, by the way. They help people know where, or pilots of boats know where things are, if there's fog, something like that. So here's the sound. It's very low. You get the idea. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that foghorn sound. Won't be exactly like that, but you're going to make it as low as you can, in your vocal register, just as low as you can. I always say, imagine that you're a bass, you're singing bass. You want to make it very low. And because you're making a vocalization, it's probably best to do this when you're on your own or in a room where you can make a sound. So maybe your bedroom or bathroom, go outside maybe, or your car, something like that. The idea with making this sound is, again, making it as low in your vocal register as possible so that it's kind of vibrating inside. The sound waves are kind of vibrating through your torso. So what I'd like you to do, I'm going to do it for you. And if you were in my office, I would do it for you, explain all of this. And then I'd invite you to do it with me. Okay, so I'm going to do it first and then maybe even a second time to invite you to do it with me. So here we go. I exhale all my breath and then I take a deep inhale. It didn't go particularly long. I think I'm a little excited about doing this. But the idea is, again, I'm going as long as I can until I VOO'd all the breath out. And then I allow the next breath to come in, and I VOO again if, I'd like. So I'm going to do it one more time so you can do it with me, and then we'll just notice what happened. Okay, so exhale all the breath, and then inhale. So what I want you to notice is how deep or how low in your torso can you feel that vibration. What we're sort of aiming for is to feel it all the way down to the pelvic floor. Now, when I started VOOing, I felt it down to about here. Now I can feel it down to my pelvic floor. So I've made progress. The idea of the VOO sound is that, again, that's the sound wave that you're making is gently vibrating the internal organs. And for many of us who had early childhood trauma, that's where a lot of the trauma effects actually get held. So this is something I might do with a client who has early developmental trauma, or just someone whose system needs some very gentle kind of waking up. So just this can be practiced. And again, if this was stimulating for you, I don't recommend that you do it. You know, seek out a SE practitioner, and they can work with you to use this VU sound exercise appropriately. But it's not something you probably would want to do on your own if it's stimulating. So I hope that was helpful for you. Just notice again how you are in this moment after having done the VU sound.